friends. My friend. Happy Friday. That's better. Sorry I'm late. I still have to pop off my nails. So let's get to that. Now I use Peel Base, so I'm able to just lift my dip powder up, and it comes off fairly easily, you guys, with just this little tool. Once in a while, I might have to take out the e-file just to file a little spot, maybe. These tips are starting to grow out too, though, so I'm a little concerned about that. Ideally, I would have liked to replace them, but with this builder base on them, it makes it a lot harder to get my tips off. I can't just lift them off. I'll pull up the live in a second. Who's excited it's Friday? Me.
Chad found her dead beside the bed in the morning. And he called Garth to come and help. Do you recall telling us survivingly that?
Okay.
That Chad said he thought the coroner told him Tammy had an embolism. Chad told Jason or me? Told you. Yeah. Well, Chad told me the coroner said that she had apparently died from an embolism. And for how long have you practiced the occupation you practiced until your retirement in 2022? About 12 years. Okay. So you've had a significant amount of experience in viewing bodies and looking for things that you have a concern about regarding issues relating to people after they've passed.
I don't know if this is Joe
And you understand
or what, but
and please let me know
it's like extra skin coming up.
that if there ever
Okay, let me
is
pull up the live so I can see who's here.
some problem with a body, whether it was something suspicious or something of a concern, are you under a legal
There we
obligation
go.
to report that to law enforcement as part of your licensing?
Hey, Patty. Hi, Britt. Yeah, you can't wait to go home. Do you have a full day today? Hi, Leah. Good morning, everybody. All messages. Okay. Gonna do my color palette, Manny. But I might have to replace my tips. Every day I've been pushing it. I'm like, oh, I'll just push it another day. But you know, I hate how it looks when my nails are growing out. Aaliyah, so you like your e-file, huh? I saw you had sent, you must have sent the picture to the group. It's that chrome one, right? It's like pink, maybe and purple or something too. Really cute.
But ultimately, do you understand that
Didn't really matter what hand I popped off. Both hands need new tips. This one's, I think, even more grown out. That's why I went with my left hand.
To go through and look at a body and make an initial determination as to whether or not there's any foul play or anything of a concern. Would that be fair? It's a good question because if you have to trust your medical examiner or your coroner, right? And when and you don't know whether or not after they make this.
Let's see if I'm able to get them off easily. Oh, I can see this one starting to lift. It's the ones that have the rubber base on them that are really hard to get off because it was sticky to begin with, and then I put the builder gel, you know, the solid builder gel on top of that, so it's like all super sticky.
Yes, but there was some talk about wanting maybe to do it on a Monday, right? So that
I caught up in Rachel's new group this morning. It's the only group I've caught up in all week. Well, besides like our chat, you know. I got to do all my Facebook posts too. From this whole week, I haven't done any. So I got to go in and do them all. I'm going to like spam all the groups.
Take some time to.
So I might just replace these 3, the ones that I'm going to be able to get off easy enough. Again, I don't recommend taking your tips off this way. You should file them down, soak them off, you know, go about all the proper methods and channels of doing it. Just trying to get it. If I can break the seal down at the free edge, I should be able to get it. All right. There. See? Okay. So much gunk in the cuticles.
From my limited medical knowledge, no. Right. And I understand that you don't have the expertise. But if there was a concern, there was no visible concern of any kind of problem. Is that right? That's good. And then you looked at her arms as you dressed her. Is that right? Yes. And you didn't see anything on her arms that would cause you any kind of concern. That'd be fair.
All right.
Nothing on her legs that would cause you concern, right?
2? Oh, that's cool, Britt. That's early, right? They don't hurt. It doesn't hurt. I'm glad you love it, Aaliyah. That's awesome. I hope it lasts for you a good amount of time. Oh, I have the right bit in there. Good. So I did my neighbor's nails yesterday. I'll have to send you guys a picture. Took 3.5 hours because I had put full coverage tips on her, right, the last time. And they were growing out. I guess she lost a couple, but she glued them back on, which I was really surprised about because, I mean, I put them on with builder gel, you know. But she works at a daycare with like 1 and 2 year olds, so she uses her hands a lot. Anyway. So I had to put new tips on and we had to size them all again. But this time I marked all her sizes, you know. Then the short almonds were too long for her and too round for her. She wanted them more pointed. So I had to trim them and reshape them. And then dip her nails. And we used 4 different dips. So it took me 3.5 hours. This time she didn't offer me any money. Last time she did and I refused it.
Seem genuine? Yes, it appeared genuine from my point of view. And in your point of view is that you know Chad been part of his life, is that right? Yes. Well, not his entire life, for that 9 to 10 year period. And you moved into the neighborhood. And you worked with him. And you had an opportunity, like you said, during the time that you had downtime during other people's funerals, you got a chance to get acquainted with each other. Correct. So much that you made the opinion that Chad's a good guy. Yes. Okay. for 2000 until 2015. I had no problems. And during the actual funeral, you would notice that Chad and Emma were crying as well. Yes. Chad was doing something with his hair. He was emotional. He was tugging on his hair or something. You said that is part of it. I just barely got to see the police report maybe about 2 weeks ago. There was either a typo or I just maybe I'd given the information talking about Chad.
Okay.
I may have mentioned Chad in the report. It was not Chad in the who was leaning over the casket, and yeah, it was his son Garth who was there showing the extreme distress, emotional distress, and Emma was there as well. And were you aware that
There we go.
Garth and Tammy were extremely close? Yes, Tammy was a good mother to all her children. She was particularly close with Garth, though. I don't know if I could answer the children's.
Just hunting down some primer here. Sheesh. Prep Bond. Where's my primer? There we go. Okay. Hi, Patty.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
She didn't offer what? Offer what? What are you talking about, Patty?
With my comment about, do you think he killed her? She didn't, oh no.
So there's a chance I could be sleeping at my sister's tonight, but I'm not counting on it because I'm not expecting that she's gonna really be feeling any better, you know. But I need somebody to take me to the dispensary. Like, I need to go today. All right, I'm gonna put some primer on my nails, then I'll grab out the tips and put some primer in the jelly tips in the well.
Mr. Schultz, to pick up where the defense just left off.
I'm worried about my sister. I don't know if I told you, but the doctor gave her off Tuesday through Friday from radiation because she goes Monday through Friday and just has the weekends off. He gave her off Tuesday through Friday because of how bad she's feeling, so it just makes me nervous. Oh, no, she didn't, Patty. She didn't offer. I was surprised, to be honest with you, because I was going to take it this time. I figured, like, don't pay me every time, but, like, maybe every other time or something, you know? Because I don't want to keep doing them every 2 weeks for free. Spending 3.5 hours on them. That's a good chunk of my day, you know? And I don't mind, like, doing them, like I said, every other time for free, but I do feel like, you know, she should toss me something every so often, at least for my time, not to mention the product. I don't know. I don't want to say anything bad because I really like her, you know what I mean? All right. Now, this is a new box. I hope I can remember what sizes I need. I think this is my...
a date of the second coming, also of the catastrophes that would follow Deer Creek Dam.
Okay, there we go. So do you guys think that was rude?
White tents in a city being developed.
Plus, it was, I'll send you guys the pictures, but I mean, it was... She wanted Lola from Luxie, which, Patty, you know that's that floral dip in a clear base. But she didn't want it on clear nails. She wanted it on white nails. So I had to do white, then Lola, then clear over that. Then 2 of her nails were solid and 1 was a purple glitter. So, and then 2 were Lola. But we switched it up. We made each hand different, like kind of changed around what nails had what on them.
3 4 days on the average. And you still felt like This situation was rushed, is that right? Yes.
Why do you think she wouldn't offer? I thought, Patty, you had said that maybe she'll offer next time or whatever.
And there's a desire to have a funeral, or at least a viewing Monday.
Well, the first time she gave me $25. The second time she tried to give me money, I have no idea how much because I didn't even look. I was like, no, I'm not taking it. You know, I said, I had a good time. But I did expect, because I didn't take anything last time, for her to offer me something this time. So it took me off guard that she didn't. But I wasn't doing it for money, so it just would have been a nice benefit.
Are you able to contact a newspaper to put in an obituary? We can put one in, but it's not guaranteed.
Sorry, I have like dead yellow skin under my nails. I'm trying to get rid of it.
You were asked questions about.
This is because I had a gel reaction on this hand last week. All right. Yeah, I did. Okay. All right, let's get out my solid builder gel. This is what I use to attach my tips. This is from Emily, and it works awesome, you guys. I never lose nails, you know. It's also HEMA free and very easy to work with. Because it puts like a solid layer of gel in here. You get no air bubbles. It's great. And because it's HEMA free and I have a HEMA allergy, you know, it doesn't irritate me at all, which is the most important thing. So we're just going to be replacing 3 tips today. And these are full coverage stiletto soft gel tips from Luxie Nail, Luxie. Her tips are awesome, you guys. They're the only ones that fit my thumbs. I have wide nail beds, you know. And she sells them in short and medium. But medium is this, which is to anybody else is a long nail, you know. Short and medium stiletto, almond, and coffin shapes. Sorry, ads come and then the TV gets loud. Tad Daybell, of course, on.
Yes. And just because someone writes.
So we'll do this one first. So I like to start about 2/3 of the way up, and I kind of angle the nail. So if you can see, well, you really can't, but I try to, so it's up closer to me and down at the nail bed, and I just slide it on up to the top of the nail bed, and then I just press it down because we want to thin out that gel that's on top of the nail, right? Okay. Now, depending on how much gel you use, and I always tend to use more than I need. But you can put it right back in the container and save it for next time, you know. Okay. I just want to make sure it's straight, and that looks good. There's no air bubbles in there, you know. It's clean at the side walls. So now we'll do the middle nail. Same thing, slide it up. And now I'm going to press down. And as you press it down, you can see the gel spreading out, filling in the whole tip. Whoops. Drop my spatula. So you can get this builder gel on Amazon. It comes with this container of builder gel, solid builder gel, and it also comes with solid nail glue gel. And I actually prefer the solid nail glue gel to attach my tips, but I'm all out of it right now, so I'm using the builder gel, and it works just as good. It's just, I think the nail glue gel is a little easier to work with. I think it sticks to itself a little better than the builder gel. But compared to builder in a bottle or whatever, or a hard builder gel, this is way easier to work with. Okay. That looks good. And you can do your nails all at once, you know, you don't have to cure them one by one, which is another huge bonus.
Okay, thank you for your responses there. Ms. Beatty, if you'd like to inquire on the record.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, could you please state your
Ron Arnold, ARNOLD,
where do you live, sir?
in Salem, Idaho,
And what county is that in?
Fremont County.
I wonder who this guy is. Ron Arnold.
Whitney Arnold.
How long have you lived over there in Salem?
5 years.
Okay. Do you know an
Well,
individual?
actually, I've lived there since 2015.
Okay.
Fair enough. Do you know an individual named Chad Daybell?
Make sure those are on good and they look good. There's no bubbles in them.
He's sitting right
They're straight.
there.
So I'm just going to put them in the lamp for 60 seconds.
Were you familiar?
Then they'll be done. They'll be attached. The next thing I'm going to do is use a sanding band in my e-file to rough up the surface of these nails. And then I'm going to put down a gel top coat.
Chad was my home teacher for years,
And then my peel base.
came to visit us on a regular basis. At that time.
Which son was that?
Mark.
Hope everybody's having a good Friday.
About how often did you interact with her?
Not that much, to be frank with you.
So what should I say next time when she asks?
Dates in 2019
Like,
and 2020.
Without, see, I don't want to come across like rude or anything.
September 21st.
So like if I were to say something like, yeah, I can do them, but would you mind tossing me a little bit of money this time? Would that be rude? I don't know if I have the guts to do it.
2019, were you asked to do a real estate showing?
Yes,
Who asked you to do a real estate showing?
Chad.
Where was that real estate showing?
It was on 1800 East and about one.
I could just be like, would you mind tossing me a little money this time because I'm broke? You know.
And did you end
She
up?
works at a daycare. She makes 22 something an hour, she told me yesterday. She's been there for 5 years. Here's my husband working for Dell Technologies for over 20 years, and he makes less than that.
Who was there?
That makes me so mad.
Was anybody else there?
Not that she makes good money. That these big corporations that are worth, you know, some of the most valuable corporations in our country, right? Amazon, Walmart, you know.
Was anybody else there?
Ooh, and how they treat their employees. Don't even get me started. It's Friday. Let's keep it light. All right, so I'm going to put my drill on 8,000 RPMs, and I have it so it's spinning away from me. And all I want to do is remove the shine off of these nails here. You know, gel, since we're going to be putting a gel top coat on, gel needs a buffed surface. It needs something to stick to. Otherwise, it kind of just will slip off tight. You know, it needs something gritty to adhere to. And it's just going to be these 3 nails that we're roughing up. I'm using a 180 grit, or it's either 180 or 240. I think it's actually a 240 grit sanding band.
Did you see Chad?
Yep.
Did you speak to Chad?
Okay.
Did you notice anything about his demeanor?
He seemed distraught.
Did you speak to him?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Before I top coat them, I just want to shape them. They're a little, you can see here, this one's not quite a stiletto.
Did you discuss with him how Tammy had passed on that day?
Not really.
So I just want to get these into the shape I like.
A memorial service for Tammy Dato.
Yes.
Do you recall when that was?
I think it was it was a Wednesday. I think the funeral was in Springville and Saturday, and the memorial was on a Wednesday.
Okay, so when you say there were, so you had the two separate services, and when you say one of the services was in Springville, would that be Springville, Utah, where Tammy was from?
Yes.
And you attended a service in Idaho for Tammy,
Correct.
and that was a few days after her death.
Yes.
Okay. At
Okay.
that memorial service, did you speak to Chad?
Yes.
What conversation did you have with Chad the day of Tammy's funeral in Idaho, or service in Idaho?
More specific.
I almost was gonna do a gel mani, a light blue, and then stamp on that, but I'm going to dip and then we're gonna stamp too.
And when he said he didn't feel comfortable at the house, did you take that to mean the home that he had shared with Tammy?
Yes.
Did he say anything?
Yeah, but
Yes.
Tara, do you think the cops are watching me because I'm doing my neighbor's nails? You know what I mean? You know.
Did he identify who the
I mean, people do nails and take money for it all the time, and they're not
I
licensed.
think that was strange.
Oh, this is that brush that's hard.
I took it for face value. I mean, that's what Chad had been doing some.
Good morning, Tara. Happy Friday.
At some point in time, did you learn that Chad had remarried?
Yes.
At some point in time, did you meet Chad's new wife?
Yes.
When was that?
It was in probably early November. Do you want me to explain the circumstances?
Well, let me just ask you a clarifying question.
Yes.
Was that in November of 2019?
Yes.
Approximately how soon after Tammy had died did you meet Chad's new wife?
That's when I met her.
In November.
I'm wondering if I'm gonna run out of gel top coat before I have money to buy more.
Specifically,
Like, what's gonna happen first?
kids over for a family evening and a meal.
I don't know what I do if I run out.
He had called me that day and said he wanted to bring his new wife over to.
Like, it's a necessity for my jelly tips, right? And it's a necessity for chroming. I use it to top coat stamp nails, any type of nail art I do, I use it.
And did you meet Chad's new wife that night?
Yes.
Who was that?
Lori.
Lauren Bello?
Yes.
Yeah,
Conversation.
I can't imagine that happening. Well, maybe I just won't do her nails then.
Questions you'd ask somebody you don't know, where are you from?
You can go pay $50 every time.
Those kind of
That's the base price
Do you recall?
where she goes, $50. But then, like, she wanted chrome, so it was $10 extra. You know, so base price for a solid mani is $50 at the salon that she usually goes to.
I was led to.
And then anything extra, you know, is whatever they charge.
Did she say whether she had children living at home?
No.
Okay.
She was not specific about her.
Oh, shoot, I totally forgot my lamp.
Were you with her?
I do her nails out in my kitchen, you know, so I have to bring everything out there, and my lamp is like on.
They weren't there that long.
Like when you plug the lamp in, it automatically resets to like 120 seconds. So that's what it was on.
Socializing.
All right.
Okay. After the dinner that you had with Chad and Lori in November of 2019.
All right, we're gonna put our peel base on now.
In March.
What's that?
In what part of March of 2020 did you next hear from Chad?
It was around the 16th.
I just do one layer,
How did Chad contact you, or how did you
like
contact
medium thickness, you know, not too thin.
him? And did he tell you why?
but everybody's different when it comes to peel base. Some people only need a strip down the center of their nail. Some people avoid the free edges when they do their peel base. I do one full layer. Some people have to do multiple layers. So it definitely depends on, like, I think your skin type, how much oil is in your body, how hard you are on your hands, how often your hands are in water, etc. All these things play a factor in peel base. So we're going to use fairy glamour dips, actually Christmas dips. But I think the colors work for the collab. Tara might not agree, but I think they work. So I'm going to use bold and bright, which is a bright pink, and Grinchy. So these are both from the collection that came out at Christmas. And this is a green glitter, a Kelly green glitter. So I'm going to do my index and middle nail with the green, my other 3 fingers with the pink, and then we're going to stamp on the middle and ring finger. So one green nail we'll stamp on. I'm going to mix up a green and a white. I'm not going to get a lime green. Maybe I could put some, no, I don't even have a yellow. I have a gold. I was going to say maybe I could throw some yellow in to make it more lime, but I'm going to make like a light green to stamp on the green. I think I'm going to stamp leaves. And then on my pink nail, I have a lighter pink color, which would match the lighter pink in the palette. And I think I'm going to stamp butterflies. So, Lara, this is for you. Love you, girl.
And back to the conversation that you had with Chad about where the kids were. When you asked where the kids were, whose children were you referring to?
The kids that were missing were Lori's kids.
His wife Lori's children. And what did Chad tell you about?
Well, that's a good idea.
And where they were?
He looked me straight in the eye, and he told me that.
Well, my wish list is at the dispensary, so I'll tell her. They got 10 plants growing in the basement, for fuck's sake. Every time I come in my main door downstairs, there's right there on the landing is the door that goes to the basement or the stairs that come up to our apartment. And all you can smell is his weed plants. There's a wall sectioning off our part of the basement, which is like 1/16 of the basement. But as soon as I come in every day, I can smell it. He has his card, so he can have the plants, you know what I mean? Well, it doesn't matter now anyway because it's legal, but he's had, so, but they've never once like offered to hook me up or anything.
You're actively involved in your church, is that right?
Yes.
That's the LDS faith, is it?
Yes.
And
Please, Mr. Arnold, wait until the question's done before you answer. Our court reporter can only take down one at a time.
Judge, I just realized I was going very quickly, so I didn't realize to slow down.
This vape, oh, maybe I just have the temperature too low. I'm like sucking on it and I'm barely getting anything.
You mentioned that the chat.
I'll turn on my fan so we can go a little faster here. Laura, you're here, right? Is she?
Describe in essence
I hope so, because I'm just stamping for her.
Geographic area in the state, that's the geographic area inside the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
So for the word in one state, in a state,
I'll choose not to respond to that.
the word is a geographical area within the part, in this case, it's Eastern Idaho, is that right?
Correct.
And that would include the town of Salem, which is, I've been there a couple of times, it's a small community, right?
Salem's not an incorporated town, it's a small community. Of
Ward has somewhere between 300 and 600 people in it. This lake has somewhere between 25 and 3,000 people in it. And it's based
Thank
on
you.
numbers in a geographic area.
So if we talk about the Henry's Ford ward,
Now, I'm not even showing them off today. So,
Henry's Ford, there's
what the heck? I'm just wearing a regular t-shirt.
the Rexburg Henry's Ford state. It had 9 wards in it.
Doesn't matter what I do, apparently.
Salem third ward.
He was.
having gone through Salem, what I recall about Salem is there was a church there,
Correct.
and that's kind of.
Yeah, I missed him yesterday.
To be fair,
Well, there's a lot of residents there. It's all spread out, but yeah.
other than commercial buildings and religious facilities, Salem consists of a religious facility, right?
All right.
There is a church house in Salem.
And it's a fundamental.
So Laura is not here?
People meet on Sundays and other times.
Not quite
for
dry.
various activities, would that be fair?
That's correct.
And in one instance, the use of Salem Church is for some of the folks out in Salem.
So it's supposed to be like 63 degrees. It's sunny out. But 63 is still like a little cool for me. 68 would be better. Are you guys having nice weather today?
Really bad, so you don't go there to get internet.
So, you mentioned September 21 of 2019. Do you recall that? September 21, 2019.
Yes.
And that was on a Sunday.
Well, if the 21st is a Sunday, yes.
That
Oh, these cards make me
Sorry.
make me cough more than the actual plan. Come on.
Would you ask him for me to?
Yes.
You're just gonna make me slow down even more now. Okay, so, September 21.
Hi, Patty.
You started the day with chat.
Sunny? Is it warm?
Is that right? That's correct. And without getting too personal, I know how long I'm in church, but how long is that?
Sunny and warm or what?
There's meetings for leaders before, and then there's some things to do.
So is he blocked now, you guys? I don't know. You guys have the power to keep people out, right? To block them from coming back? I'm not sure what controls do you guys do mods have. I have no idea. Britt, you're still there. I just left you in charge, okay? Because you know more about how to add people or remove people than I do. So I'll just leave you on my page, you know what I mean, to help manage it. Oh, you can only do it for 24 hours? Oh, that sucks. Okay.
I was not with Chad
Oh my God, 80s and 90s, Tara?
before or during.
You know, I spent the spring in New Jersey one year, and it was so cool because it was like March and April and everything was blooming. And here, things don't bloom until May and June, you know? So it was so beautiful having that nice spring weather that early. And I always thought of New Jersey as being like this industrial America's armpit. That's what I've heard it called, you know, like, but I mean, it's called the Garden State for a reason. It's beautiful there.
And at this point, Chad mentioned to you and a guy by the name of Keith about looking at that property.
I was trying to think of that little town we were in. I think it begins with like an F. There was a famous trial there a long time ago. Not Farmington. Maybe Farmington? Yeah, it's a beautiful state, Tara.
Was interested in prior chief going out there with these other folks. Is that fair? Yes. Okay.
56 pounds? That must be hard getting heavy. Do you pick them up, Brandis? Damn. My son weighs more than I do, you guys. Well, maybe not anymore. I've put on quite a bit of weight since last winter. It's all in my stomach though. You guys, I've shown my family. My sister saw me last week, and even my friend Jamie, and they both laughed because they're like, "Oh my god, they never seen me like this," except when I was pregnant. And I said, if I didn't know for a fact I wasn't pregnant, I think I was pregnant, like 7 months pregnant, not like 4 months, like 7 months. It all started with those eggnog lattes last year, and I can't wait for eggnog to come back. All right, so we got a glitter and a solid. Let's do our solid first. Oh, you know what? These jars are so large, I'm going to dip right into them. So I'm going to do index, middle, green, and the rest pink.
We really needed to do that, so he pressed that, so I reluctantly agreed.
Oh, we were talking about Brandis. We were talking. Some guy made a rude comment, and I was asking the mods what their powers were, what they could do. Can they block people, and how does the blocking work? I guess when you block people, it's only for 24 hours, so they can come back. Hey, the good thing is when like I start getting hot here, or either I have a hot flash or I just got hot from filing, I have this little fan I can turn on to help cool me off. Dominic made the bus this morning, but not by much. I don't know if I told you what he did yesterday, you guys, but he was running late, and I walk him downstairs to our door every morning, like our main door downstairs. We live on the second floor, right? But I walk him down to the first floor, and I could see the bus coming down the one-way street before it turns onto our street. So I'm like, hurry up and go. I'm like, and he's like, I'm not going to make it. And I'm like, if you hurry, I'm like, she'll probably see you, and wait for you. And so then I come upstairs and I can see out the window down the sidewalk where he walks to the bus stop. And I don't see him. I'm like, where the heck did he go? I see the bus turn onto the street and everything, but no Dominic. And then all of a sudden, after a couple minutes, I see him coming out from next to the breakfast restaurant right next door. Like he hid on the side of the building to miss the bus. So then he messages me and says, the bus didn't see me, so I missed it. And I said, Dominic, I saw you walk out from the side of George's. I said, start walking to school. I'll track you. And so he had to walk. Took him an hour.
September 21, 2019 in the afternoon. If I understand you correctly.
But he purposely missed the bus. He probably figured I'd be like, all right, come home.
It was 79 acres.
But once I saw what he did, no, he was walking.
Prior to that.
I was under the impression it was 88 acres. 79, 79.
And I barely even got to talk to him about it because when he got home, Talene was here.
You didn't take the liberty of deciding whether or not David could afford that $700,000. Is that right?
Mr. Pryor, I didn't know who was coming.
Okay, that's okay. I'm just asking.
I
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Janet.
was a favor to Chad. And so that's the first time I met David Warwick. Chad had mentioned that he had talked to
No trouble at all. He just made honor roll and then got student of the month. He has a couple friends at school, but nobody he hangs out with or talks to outside of school. No friends in the neighborhood, even though there are kids in the neighborhood. He says he doesn't like any of them. He has social anxiety. And he was seeing a counselor. She got him 1 or 2 times, and then it stopped. So then I called them, and I'm like, his counseling just completely stopped. What's going on? You know what I mean? Like, oh, do you want him back in it? I'm like, well, yeah. So they're supposed to start taking him again once a week. I thought even if he just had that break, you know, to loosen up. Because since we've moved, he hasn't had a friend over once. Even like, I would even be happy if he was like on Discord, you know, or meeting kids, you know, talking to kids on the internet. But he doesn't even do that.
Actually, I don't.
So I do worry. And I know a lot of it is because, like, we don't have a car. I was always the one who would take him and friends places. It was always on me. It was never anybody else taking him anywhere. You know what I mean? But it was fine for me to take everybody else's kids. But now that we don't have a vehicle, I mean, we're so limited, you know, in what we can do. Unless we want to walk or, you know, we can get there by bus. Like, he really wants to go to Six Flags this summer, but there's no way for us to get there unless we know somebody who's going, you know, and they have room for us. There used to be an amusement park in Rhode Island called Rocky Point. Hasn't been open in like 20 years or something, but if it still was, we could go there, you know.
Is that right?
What's the date?
October 19, 2019.
Yes, correct.
And when you were over there on October 19, 2019, you're familiar with that house, right?
No, I have never been inside that house.
And then my sister-in-law, always going on vacations with her family, and my two nephews, one who is the 3 months younger than Dominic. They have never, ever once invited him. And the times that Dominic has gone to their house, it's been because Dominic has asked us, and we've had to reach out to them and be like, you know, Dominic really wants to come over. You think you could schedule a time you could, you know, come hang out with his cousin? It's never them inviting him. Nick's mother never takes him. Like, my mother, when she lived here, would take him and do things with him, you know. Nick's mother never, not once, has taken him anywhere. I don't think he's being bullied because I haven't heard anything from any teachers and he's never said anything to me, but he is overweight, you know. To me, I mean, I see him as like a little chubby. I don't see him as obese, but that's what his doctor said. He has childhood obesity. So, but, you know, I'm his mother. So to me, he's perfect. I don't see anything wrong with how he looks, you know. But I did tell him because now the American Academy of Pediatrics, you know, has changed their recommendations now for childhood obesity. Now it's to put kids on diets and, like, you know, exercise regimens and stuff like that. Dominic's doctor thinks that's kind of like too much. You know, they shouldn't do it for kids because back when Dominic was little, it was we don't put kids on diets, you know. But now it's changed. So his doctor was fine with doing nothing, you know. And I told Dominic, you know, if you ever are unhappy with how you look, there are things, you know, we can do. We can take steps. There are options available, you know, and I just left it at that. I don't think he's getting bullied. I mean, he's always had friends, but This year, seventh, I don't know. He had a friend, Boston, but he said he doesn't really talk to Boston anymore. So now he's been talking about this kid, Desmond, a lot. I told him, I said, invite him over. He said he won't come over because he plays ultimate frisbee and he plays football. And then I'm like, well, you should at least get his phone number, you know? Like maybe he can come over this summer at least. I just feel so bad for him, you know, and I wish I could do more. I remember me in seventh grade and I loved school. I had tons of friends. You know what I mean? Christ, I have boyfriends. I hope he's not depressed like that. I mean, he's not like he's in his room a lot, you know, but he's not like sulking. He's never said he wants to hurt himself or anything like that. And he's generally like in a good mood. He likes to go out for walks with me. He loves hanging out with his dad. They joke around and they watch podcasts together at night, you know. But as far as kids his age, that's what really worries me. I mean, there's a whole group of kids at the bus stop, and Dominic stands by himself. He doesn't even stand with the group of kids. So this color is called Grinchy. Oh my God, I changed my Fairy Glamor discount code. I don't remember what I changed it to.
Right? Yes. And you mentioned that the truth will come out. Is that what you said? Something to that effect?
Oh, I changed it to Tara Loves to Dip. So instead of Fairy Tara, it's Tara Loves to Dip.
Everybody will realize that everything will be fine.
So from that, did you glean that the children were alive?
I assume yes.
And did Mr. Daybell at the time, did Chad at the time, when he told you that, was he sincere about when he told you
I wonder if I should pour this glitter dip out for the second layer, you know, to get full coverage. I might do that for layer number 2. Are you guys all doing the color palette challenge? Who's doing their mani now? Anybody doing their nails right now? I can't believe Laura's not here and I'm gonna stamp. You have, Aaliyah? You know, when I was younger, like, I was super shy. We were like really poor. We lived with my grandmother and like we were on welfare and food stamps and I got free lunch, which was always like embarrassing in school, you know what I mean? Like, because like you were in a different line, you were like segregated. So everybody knew you were the one getting free lunch, you know, which is wrong. But I was not popular in elementary school. I got made fun of, you know what I mean? I remember going and standing up with a group of kids who are all like hanging out in a circle. And this boy says to me, "No, Tara, you're not playing with us." Like really mean, you know? And I mean, that sticks with me even now, over 40 years later, or 40 years later.
Objection to states the testimony.
You had some discussion about putting a.
It's like I just didn't want to walk around the recess yard alone, you know what I mean?
We had determined.
But eventually I found my place. And that's what I thought would happen with Dominic. And I thought that would happen in middle school, that he, because elementary school is just one school. We have 5 elementary schools that go to 2 middle schools, and they're on the same campus in the same area. So I figured, all these new kids he's going to be meeting, he'll find his group. And it just hasn't happened
In
yet.
other words, there was some thought process initially into doing some sort of division of the property.
You lived alone at 15, Aaliyah? Holy shit.
So the only other option would be to use a then existing septic that was already on the property somewhere. Right?
You have friends, you have us. You guys are my best friends. I don't really have real life friends. I mean, Fran's my friend, but I don't talk to her every day like I talk to you guys.
So there was an intent of March of 2020, from what I gather, for Mr. Dago and his new wife to put a residence up for them to live in.
That's what he indicated.
Do you ever go on dating apps, Aaliyah? Have you thought about doing something like that? That's how my landlord and his girlfriend met, on Plenty of Fish.
He had mentioned that could have been one of the reasons.
All right, let's get some full coverage here.
I'm sorry to do this, but I asked for a brief sidebar. I think that
Why don't we do this? It's a good point for our mid-morning recess. Let's go ahead and take the recess.
Mid-morning recess.
Jurors are able to, because of our short day, we can get the recess done in under 30 minutes, maybe 20 to 25 minutes for the recess if possible, and then we'll continue. I'll have the sidebar with council.
All right. What colors are you all using for your CPC manis? Britt, do you have your dips picked out? Okay. Oh, you haven't even decided? You're not antisocial. Oh my God. What about Kirsten in Rachel's Like and Save group? She put, "Happy birthday, Rachel. I got you a stripper." And it's a stuffed bunny dancing around a stripper pole. I thought it was the funniest thing I'd seen in a while.
Take the matter up in your absence.
It was wicked funny, right, Britt? I'm the same way, Brandis. Like, I'm afraid to leave my house because bad stuff happens out there. You know what I mean? Like, I know if I'm in my house, I'm not going to get hit by a car. Car's not going to jump a sidewalk if I'm walking down the street and hit me. I'm not going to get shot. I'm not going to get mugged. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, that stuff's not going to happen to me if I'm in the house. But once I'm out of the house, and if I'm having a good time, then I can let go. But I have a really hard time. And the longer I go without a car, and it all started with COVID, but the longer I go without a car and not leaving the house, makes it even worse,
I warned Mr. Pryor about that this morning prior to the testimony of Mr. Arnold. I had no intent to get into that on direct.
My doctor wants me to apply for this position at the clinic where I go, where my doctor works, for a recovery specialist. That's the title. It's pretty much like a therapist for recovering addicts. She thinks I'd be really good at it. She's been on me to apply. The position's been open. But I am so insecure about how I look right now, you guys. Because I need some major dental work and stuff. That I won't even apply because of that.
I think the door has been open at this point based on the frost, so I'll allow that, but I'll be careful with Spady. It's gotta remain.
All right, let's brush these off.
His personal knowledge, not speculation, of course. And I also am
Coverage looks better on the index finger than here. I'm gonna do a third layer because look at it's just acrylic on the sides.
be cautious if you're going into.
I don't need a heavy layer of glitter, but I do want it to be all green.
Or intent was brought at issue in cross, so I think
I used this glitter before and I swear 2 layers was good. But maybe I laid flat into it twice or something.
Run off the rails on that previous issue as well, so that would, of course, really help permit limited questioning on that, so long as it goes to direct personal knowledge that this witness may have about the issue.
And Your Honor, if I may ask just a clarifying question to make sure I stay within the parameters of the court's ruling. My intent would simply be to ask the realtor that if, based on his knowledge of, the process of putting a manufactured home on a piece of property and based on.
That's
his learning
weird.
about the children being found on the property, does he now have a different opinion about why Mr. Daybell
YouTube shorts get a lot of views.
on his property?
So long as it's based on his personal opinion on facts.
You used to be the bad people outside, Aaliyah.
So that question goes, but I would.
Me too.
Thank you very much, Your Honor, I appreciate it.
Patty too.
Try to come back.
So you're not the only one, girl.
10:30.
Let's brush these glitter nails off over my wastebasket here. Okay. So this is what the nails look like after applying. Now this one looks heavier coverage than this one, but that's all right. We're gonna encapsulate the nails next with clear dip. Let me grab some. Here's Vivian from Revel Nail. We'll use that. I always like to encapsulate my solid nails before my glitter nails to try and just help prevent cross-contamination. I haven't put anything on TikTok in forever. Ooh. So you got new tips, Aaliyah? Are they clear or what are they? Natural looking? Is that what you mean? Like I said, I'm doing all my clear. I'm sorry, all my solid nails first with clear. Go. All right, time to do the glitter nails. There we go. Oh, you did? You got some full coverage tips? We're going to turn Aaliyah into one of us. Before you know it, she's going to be using peel base, full coverage tips, and dip powder. All right. Okay, once we have our clear on, we can wipe off that. It's like, oh, gray. I don't know what that is. All right. Okay, now we want to activate the nails, right, to cure them. So we're just going to put a layer of activator over all the nails. I usually will do 2 layers. I mean, like my pinky is a small nail, so I did 1 layer. But it also will depend on like how thick the nail is or how many layers of dip I apply. Typically, I wear 3 layers, 2 color and then 1 clear. But I know one of these nails, I did 3 layers of glitter. That's a glitter there. Okay. There we go. After you apply your activator, you just got to give the nails 2 minutes. They look like juicy watermelons. So what I want to do is stamp on this nail in like a lighter shade of green. And then I'm thinking of stamping in a lighter pink just on this nail. But who knows, I might go crazy and stamp everywhere, right? We shall see. If you see any imperfections in your nail, you can use your fingers, you can use a plastic bag to kind of press down any lumps or smooth your free edges where a lot of times it will be a little bumpy, you know. I mean, that's just from the dip powder application that happens. Okay. All right, we'll give those 2 minutes. Did you see that, Patty? The bunny stripper? You want to do super short? Do it. You got to get your shit together because we got collabs coming up and you got to do them with us. Plus, whenever I have, well, you do work a lot though. It'd be hard for you to do that. God, when do you do your nails, Leah? On the weekends? On your days off? Can't believe Lara's not here. Maybe she'll join late. They sound like they're ready. Yeah, you definitely need some peel base. All right. I'll start up at the top of my pinky with a 180 grit. Well, the 180 grit side of a file. The other side of this is a 100 grit, and it works well at getting acrylic off your skin. FYI. Okay, that looks good. After I'm happy with how the cuticle looks, I just like to file around the edges and the side walls here. And then I also just kind of smooth out the underside a little bit here. I totally forgot, but Dominic and I went for fish and chips on Wednesday. And I forgot there's leftovers in there. That's what I'm having for lunch, you guys. There's this place, it's called Ye Old English Fish and Chips in our city. And it's like famous. Like, it's been there for over 100 years. It was started by this couple who came here from Yorkshire, England, right? And it's just the best fried fish ever. And first they give you a plate and they load your plate with french fries. It's filled with french fries. Then they put this huge piece of fried fish on top of it. And Dominic got 3 clam cakes too, but they gave him 4. So then he's got 4 clam cakes. Then there's, coleslaw or whatever. It was so good. But yeah, it's so much. There's like no way you can finish it. Temu has peel base. Amazon has peel base. I don't know about Temu. I refuse to call it Temu. I'm not gonna do it. Quartz on break. Okay. That looks good. we have this other place in our city called New York Lunch, and they serve wieners. I don't know if you guys are familiar with these wieners. I don't know if they're like New York style or if it's a Rhode Island thing, but they're like, wiener hot dogs on a roll. But if you get them the traditional way here, there's meat on top of it, like a hamburger meat, like in some kind of sauce or whatever on top. And then it comes with mustard, celery salt, and onions. That's how it's traditionally served. You guys know about those? Yeah, I don't think Timu has peel base. I've never seen it on there. You guys tell I'm hungry. I'm talking about food. I've been drinking less coffee. That makes me hungrier. Okay. Sorry, I know this live is going to be longer than, especially we had some short ones this week, but I'm making up for it today with this one. We still got a stamp too. Uh, Girl, you got to get your ass on some dating sites. You're too hot to be alone. What does Lizzo say? Trying to think of the lyric to her song. I'm too fine. What is it? Can't think of it offhand now. Yeah, I'm too fine to be here alone. But then again, I know my worth. And now he's calling. How do I feel like this? What's happened to me? Oh, 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 am I ready? All right, I know I'm a bad singer. Sorry. I love Lizzo. I don't care what anybody says about her. I think that people who are like suing her are just haters, and that's what I'm gonna believe until like some proof comes out or she admits to it, treating her workers bad or whatever, her dancers. But until then, she's all about, loving yourself for who you are and self-empowerment, body empowerment. And she spreads such a positive message that I just love her so much. Yeah, you made lasagna last night, Patty? I saw that message this morning. How'd it come out? What do you guys do for Mother's Day? Anything? We go out to eat every year with Nick's family. My mother should be here this year, so I invited her. We go to the same restaurant. It's called the Chateau. It's this fancy Italian restaurant. I usually get the chicken marsala there because it's so good. They don't just have it with mushrooms and like a marsala wine sauce, but there's also diced pancetta in it too. Oh my god, it's so good. And I get it served over like angel hair or linguine or something. So freaking good. That's probably what I'll be getting again this year. They do have a good fish menu. They got pizza. I mean, they have everything, you know. But all the typical traditional Italian dishes, of course. That's one of the only times we ever go out to eat, so. There we go. Using my ergo file really quick around a few of these nails just to clean up the cuticle areas. I really just need to do the nails that I just attached. My other ones are growing out a little, so there's really no work that needs to be done up at the cuticle area because I took care of it with my file. Like here, there's some grow out, so there's same with this. Get that pink out of there, all right. Okay. Hmm. See that pink acrylic there? Okay. All right. I think I'm going to skip buffing. They're smooth. And we're going to stamp on them, right? I might just smooth this one out. Okay. Okay, I'm going to clean my nails now with alcohol. We're going to activate and top coat them. Okay. So we're just going to do a thin layer of activator over these nails. I want to top coat them first because sometimes if you just stamp, and you can stamp just on your dip nails here, but sometimes if the stamping polish starts to dry, I don't know, it can give you issues if you use a dark color on a light colored dip, like a dark color polish on a light colored dip, it can stain it, like if you use a red on a white or something like that. So I've kind of gotten into the habit of just top coating beforehand. And then I typically seal it in with gel top coat, my stamping. Ooh, sit on the beach. That's nice. You on a brunch, Brandis? Where do you go? Do you go out to eat or do you do it at someone's house?
Thank you, please be seated.
Quartz back. All right. I think we're going to use a new stamping plate today. I haven't used it.
All right, we're
Yeah.
back on the record, CR 2221-1623, State of Idaho versus Chad Daybell. The jurors are not present.
You know what else I noticed about Chad Daybell? We were talking about how ugly he is just today. He's got this tiny nose, too. The way he walks is like clunk, clunk, clunk. He just seems like so nothing, you know what I mean? Just nothing. Just like plain.
Said in that sidebar,
Okay.
I would ask counsel for both the state and the defense to refrain from any further questioning that may elicit that, since the jury's been instructed to disregard it as anything to consider in deliberations in the case. So with that in mind, we're continuing with cross-examination. I think at this, or we are starting with, I apologize, we're on redirect. Is that correct, Ms. Beatty? Okay, we'll continue.
There we go.
You can go ahead and have the jurors brought back in.
I'm gonna go right back in immediately for my second layer of top coat. Cap my edges.
Thank you. Please be seated. All right, we concluded our mid-morning recess. At this time, Mr. Arnold is on the stand, still under oath.
There we go.
Ms. Beatty, you may proceed with redirect examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Arnold, we spoke about the weekend of September 21st, correct?
Correct.
And you spoke with Mr. Pryor about the weekend of the 21st, correct? I just want to be clear for the record. Could it be that the 22nd of September was actually that Sunday of the weekend of the 21st?
Whatever.
All right, there we go. So I let these dry. These dips applied nice. I love pink and green together. I think it's a cute combination. I almost used Hypnotic's
That Mr. Daybell told you
watermelon duo,
you had guessed.
rind and grind, and what's the pink one called? I have to look.
No finding. Okay, so did
What is that?
representation to you.
Oh, there it is. Melon ball. Grinded melon ball. The melon ball has black seeds in it, you know.
Sorry, that's not correct. He said they were.
So this is the stamping plate we're going to use. Try and open it without messing up my nails.
Who contacted you about doing the showing of this piece of property? And you were asked about the financial position.
Don't forget to take off the backing. I have before.
As a realtor, do you run credit checks on people before you show them a piece of property or a house?
Sometimes,
Is that something that you do on a regular basis though?
So I think I'm gonna use you guys. So there's a couple with like butterflies. There's this one, and this one. I like this one, and I like this one. I do like this one too. So we'll use one of those images, and then this one has leaves, and this one has leaves. I was thinking of using this one. These have like palm leaves and stuff. So like one now with like lighter green palm leaves on the green now, and then light pink.
yes, I do know that, yes.
Okay. And have you assisted other customers in doing?
Or I could totally reverse it and like do green leaves on the pink now,
Can you kind of brief
and
us?
pink butterflies on the green now.
There's a key word there, brief.
Okay.
I'll try to be brief.
How about as briefly as possible?
Well, you procure a manufactured home, you have to procure a piece of property, put it on, then you have to do.
Tell me something. See these two butterflies right here, how they're half wings? How do you get the other half of the wing? How do you stamp it? How do you get the reverse image of it? My mother's calling me. She knows I'm live.
And
Congratulations to you.
area,
Janet, you have no plans?
you're aware of what was in June.
Yes.
Lazy Dog, that's a restaurant, Brandis?
Based on your knowledge.
No, I know your mom's
By the defense attorney.
not
what you
alive or anything, but you're a mom, you know, so I didn't know what your family was doing.
Intentions were for putting a manufactured home on his property, correct?
I also have
One of those reasons could be that he wanted to live there with his wife.
these images here of some leaves.
You know now, do you think that there may be a different reason that he wanted to put a home on that property?
Yes.
More butterflies, that's not layering, please. Whoops.
Or for any further recross, so that will conclude the testimony.
Just waiting on these to dry.
By the state
No, Your Honor, he can be released.
from the defense.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for testifying. You can go ahead and step down and that will conclude your testimony. If you'd like to know that you're no longer going to be testifying, you may.
All right, let me grab a couple paper towels.
All right, we'll have the state call another witness this time then.
And Your Honor, the state calls Whitney Arnold.
Okay. All right, we definitely want to clean the plate with alcohol, so let's do that. I'm also going to clean my stamper. All right. And I have some stamping polishes right here. So let's try the green. I think I'm going to try the green on the pink now. Kind of reverse the colors instead. So let's try these palm leaves and stuff. So I am going to cover about half
Okay, have you discussed
the
their
image.
testimony?
Now I'm gonna turn it sideways. I like to scrape sideways.
Thank you.
I need to scrape
Ma'am,
it
could
1
you
second.
please, tell
Okay.
the jury your full name and
So I like to scrape sideways or up. And now I'm just going to roll the plate over it and see it picked up my image.
who are you married to?
I'm going to use a lint roller to remove any image that I don't want.
He's here in a blue shirt with a plaid tie. Okay. And were you familiar with an individual named Tammy Dale? Yes, he was. How did you know Tammy Dale? Tammy and I were friends and acquaintances and collaborators.
Okay.
In many different realms. How did you meet Tammy Dale?
I wish I could see through this.
Exactly. We lived in the same community.
I'm going to have to add more. I can't see through it.
Did you attend church with the Daybells? Yeah, we did. Okay. I'd like to talk to you about October 19th, 2019.
All right. Not bad. I just got to finish the bottom of it. I got to try and clean that off. So see if I can see through it better.
It was from our clergy or bishop, and he just let us know. Ron and I took the phone call and just said, Tammy Daybell died.
Okay.
Were you surprised? What did you do after getting this phone call?
So I'm going to take a little more.
And offer condolences and see if there was anything you could do to help, and also maybe get some answers. It was very unexpected and
I only need the top of this image.
pretty shocking. I think we were also looking for verification. Is this true? Could this have really happened? Okay. And did you over the Daybell residence that day? We did. Approximately what time was that? I don't have an exact time, but before 9. Okay. And did you make contact with anybody there?
Okay. I think that's cute.
Who was there at the residence that morning? Emma, Leah, Garth, Seth, Chad, and I can't recall if Michaela was there or not. Michaela is Seth's wife. And Emma, Leah, Garth, and Seth, are those all Chad's children? These are all Chad's
Okay.
children.
I like how the pink looks on the green.
How would you describe?
We got to clean the edges too. Let's do that.
Maybe just
I just put some alcohol.
I was expecting to see more emotion, but there wasn't a lot of emotion, which is not indicative of anything, just grief experiences. It shows itself in many different ways, sure. Did you have a conversation with Mr. Daybell? I did. Did he indicate to you how Tammy had passed away or how she died? He did not. Did you have a conversation with him regarding an autopsy? I did. After we had spoken with the kids for a while, there was, confusion and grief and a lot of sadness. And turning away from the kids, I asked Chad,
Okay.
have you considered an autopsy? And assuming the answer would be yes, for such a young, vibrant.
Let's try this butterfly one. We'll do lighter pink, right? Oh no, so doing it on here. Yeah, we'll do the lighter pink because the darker pink is like a metallic and I don't think it's gonna show up well.
These girls carry the same DNA as their mother. Wouldn't you want to know if there's anything that could be prevented in the future?
Oh, there's 3 single butterflies there too. Cute.
Calmly, and we felt like the emergency responders that was here to take Tammy's body away.
This will match the lighter pink in the palette.
At some time after the 19th of October, did you learn whether Chad had remarried? Yes, I did learn that Chad had remarried. When did you learn that Chad had remarried? It was within a couple of days of him actually getting married.
Roll it.
I found out on a Sunday.
There we go.
Do you remember what month that was in? November. Okay. Did you ever have the opportunity to meet his new wife? I did. How did that come about? Since Tammy had died, we had been inviting
Okay.
Chad and Tammy's children over to our home for dinner.
reprieve, to be nurtured, and that had become kind of our habit, or not habit, but.
Super cute. Okay, we gotta finish. So we do have to do some more stamping at the bottom, but I really like it.
Aware of, and so we asked for, Ron had initiated contact with Chad, let me know that Chad and his wife would be coming.
So you just, before you even start, make sure that you clean your stamper and your plate with alcohol.
Conversation with them.
Yes, not with Chad specifically.
But even the direction you scrape can affect it. You know, it sounds silly, but it can.
Frustrated.
I felt like emotionally that was not fair to kids as they were grieving their mother. And yeah, it just felt, I was at odds with him within myself. And I never verbalized to him, just recognizing maybe where he was at in his own grieving process.
Gotcha, just as a, we have to.
Okay.
And when did this meal take place? I can't give a specific date, but it was a Monday night in November. Would that be 2019?
All right, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm like debating, do I want to keep stamping? But I think I'm gonna stop.
As close as I can get.
Thank you, and thank you, Mr. Prayer.
What do you guys think of that?
Did you speak with Lori that night that they were at your house for dinner?
We did. I did have some conversation with her.
And when you spoke with Lori, was Chad present?
Yes, Chad was present.
Did you have the opportunity to ask Lori about whether or not she has children?
Just part of the casual conversation, asking her.
Okay, clean up.
Grow up, have children, to which her answer was yes, yes.
Did she tell you whether or not she still had children at home?
Actually, that was a specific question, and she said all of our children are out of the home.
And when she said she had 7 children, did you understand that to mean that she had 7 children, or did you understand that to mean that she was referring to her children and Chad's children?
I wasn't clear on that.
All right.
I mean, just a moment.
So that went smoothly, guys. I just gotta wait for these to dry and then I'm gonna top coat them. This one is dry, but I'm sure this one isn't.
And I have no additional questions for this witness, Your Honor. Thank you.
Cross-examination.
No questions, Judge.
Okay. Conclude your testimony then. Presume she's released from any subpoena from the state, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
The defense does not intend to call it back.
Okay. You may go ahead and be excused. Thank you for appearing and testifying. All right, the state may call its next witness.
State would call Craig Huff, Your Honor.
Oh, have a good day. Yeah, have a good weekend too, Janet. They're way thinner. Yeah, I know, Brandis. That sucks. But, like, I don't really, like, Nick's family's here, but my family, well, besides my sister being back up here, was all in the South, you know? So I know, like, what that's like, you know? And we would just do our own thing, you know what I mean? We make our own traditions. And Kay doesn't, that's just the way it is for him. He doesn't know that he's, and you're not really missing out on anything, you know? You have your family and your life, and you're making memories for Tom and you and for him, your son, you know?
No.
Okay, and have you discussed with anyone else the testimony they've given in trial?
No.
Okay, thanks for your answers. Ms. Beatty, you can inquire on direct.
Sir, could you please state your full name for the jury?
It's going right in the lamp. I feel like if I let gel sit over a stamped nail for too long, it's almost like there's oil underneath it. It like breaks up. It doesn't stay in a smooth layer. Anybody else ever notice that? Or is it really just me?
Chad was in the
Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saint ward that I was in for a number of years.
And would you describe yourself more as friends with Mr. Daybell or acquaintances with Mr. Daybell?
I would say friends, from acquaintances.
And did Mr. Daybell move out of Springville at some point?
He did.
Do you remember when that was?
Got my lamps on 120 seconds. Jesus Christ.
And did you maintain contact with Mr. Daybell after he moved away from Springville, Utah?
I did.
In 2019, did something happen to Mr. Daybell's family?
Where did Tom's parents live, Brandis? What state?
Actually, let me rephrase that.
What are you doing for Mother's Day, Britt?
Tammy Daybell passed
Oh,
away.
did she leave, Britt?
I should have asked a better question there. Did you recall when that was?
My recollection was in October of 2000.
Did you attend the memorial service for Tammy Daybell?
I did.
Where was that memorial service held?
It was held in the LDS Church in Springville, Utah, East and Second Floor.
Do you remember what date that was?
You know, I think it was a Monday. I don't remember the exact date.
And would that have been?
Okay, good. Now, if I put activator over this and it wasn't totally dry, it would smudge the gel, the stamping polish. That's why I prefer to use gel over top, because I think your nails don't have to be like completely dry because the gel just kind of glides over it, you know. Although I have smudged it with gel before, you just got to give it enough time. Soon as this comes out of the lamp, the nails will be done. We'll put some oil or cuticle balm. Gotta remember to take this out with me and do pictures. I'm supposed to be posting pictures with happy cuticle stuff twice a week. I try to, but sometimes I forget to bring the item out with me, you know.
Did Chuck say anything else to you about things that happened around the time that Tammy died?
Oh, well, Mother's Day is on the 10th this year.
A lot of things have been said over the years.
Can I ask you, let me ask you,
Okay.
just to make sure that we don't get into any hearsay. Did you and Chad have a conversation about passwords?
We did.
Can you describe that conversation?
It took place, my recollection, it took place the Saturday after the funeral in Rexburg.
Okay.
So
Right.
in Rexburg, we had made arrangements. to have those-
Vanilla Blossom Cuticle Balm. Yes, yes, yes.
And we went in and we had a,
Probably way more than I need.
one of the most recent happened. That was that shortly before, a week or so before
This is from Happy Cuticle Company. Oh my God, she just released new perfumes to you guys. Some of them are similar to the ones I have, like Beach Stroll and Prosecco, but there's some new ones in there too. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spray bottles of perfume oil. And they're only $12 for the set of 5. Good deal. They just released at midnight, and you can save 15% at Happy Cuticle Company with Tara 15.
That's my recollection.
And that's what you were characterizing as a miracle.
Yes, because they never had them in the past.
Maybe that's something different.
Oh, it smells so good.
And there's no additional questions for this witness. Thank you.
This is the Vanilla Blossom one. I love it. Yeah, see, this is enough to like moisturize almost my whole hand. I love it.
Right. You described that you and Chad are friends, good friends. Yes. In fact, from Springville to Rexburg.
All right, what do we want to do for a sleeve? Guys, I don't have anything that's gonna match this, so
We did, when we were in Idaho to visit our children in Rexburg, we stopped.
um, I got
He is, when I.
this one.
LDS work. He was called as, I asked for him to be my executive secretary, which is, he would take care of all of my appointments, be there when people were there, so we had two people present.
Think that would work?
So he was very much a part of it. So
I think it will. I'm gonna use it.
In that regard, that you share that was not being a bishop.
I'm gonna clip it so it's tight around my wrist. I like to wear it that way, so it just is a little more fitted. And then we need some jewelry.
And the relationship between the bishop of the ward and the bishopric, I will kill that word, bishopric secretary, that needs to be.
You know I love that, right?
Thank you. Yeah. And I don't have to say that.
But where is the little heart ring that goes with it?
That's a significant relationship.
That I wear? I don't see it.
And you're familiar with all of Chad's children.
Maybe I'll do one of these.
You were aware about Mark going off on his mission, and you've spoken to Chad about that.
Yeah.
About Emma, Leah, Seth.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you.
I think so.
Can you
Okay.
describe Chad's personality, since you know him so well?
Here is the finished manicure using Fairy Glamor's Bold and Bright and Grinchy. Those are from the Christmas collection, but I think you can still get them. And then we just did some stamping with a random plate I got off of Temu for sure. Stamping polishes are from Amazon. The brand is Butte, Biutee. Rings are from Temu, and the nail fee sleeve is from Looney Loo Designs. You can save there with code Tara10, by the way. And you can save at Fairy Glamour with code Tara Loves to Dip. I think it's a 10% discount.
With wanting to.
It's the 12th? Oh, did I screw up? It might be. It might be. Somebody might have said the 10th, and I had it in my head because I was talking to my mother about it yesterday, and we were going back and forth on the date. If it's the 12th, you're right. If you think it is, you're my secretary, so you tell me, girl. All right. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys all have a good weekend. Do something fun. Get out there if the weather's nice. You know what I mean? Soak up some of that vitamin D. Makes you happy. Speaking of that, my vitamin D prescription's all gone. I got to call in a refill. I haven't had it in like 2 days, and it's like I can tell a difference. I don't know if it's psychological, but I can tell a difference. Can't really see the pink on there. Maybe I should use the darker pink, but it was like a pearlescent, and it almost looks like nothing on dark colors, so I didn't want to do that. So, I mean, the whole thing is to match the color palette, and I think I did that. The color palette is all in your own interpretation. Not everybody sees the same color the same way as everybody, you know, as another person does. So, I think it's okay to take liberties with things like that. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you so much for everything you do. And all my girls, all my friends, thank you for being here today with me. Have a great weekend. I'll see you back here on Monday, right around 11. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
My opinions, this person, he never presented the ones that I as being facts.
And he enjoyed the passion of